So I used to work with this girl a while ago. We waited tables together. Uh, I mean, super smart, awesome girl. But anyway, she was like an art major. Like she went to the local college in Richmond where I lived at the time. And I mean, she was great. I mean, I saw some of her work. Honestly, it was good stuff. I really liked it. Uh, and I just remember her talking about the pretty much the art world, you know, and pretty much it's like a big buddy system. You're either in the club or you're not. And to her, I guess that meant it was going to be hard for her to ever really break through to become like a professional artist. Is apparently it's pretty much a politics game, which I mean that really sucks. You know, I bring this up because like I mean it didn't stop her from making her art. I mean really really great stuff. Uh, but I mean there's the whole thing just it popped into my mind today because of what I said before. And I mean I know I already did a whole episode about it, but I think it's worth saying again. If you really believe in something, I mean if you are really really passionate about something, run towards it. Don't pursue it. Don't like, oh yeah, I'm kind of going that way. No, like run towards it. Like really, there's nothing more important than that. Doing something that you really care about and doing it for yourself too. Like I don't know. I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but like when I start a new job and I'm like fired up about it, I know I can be the best. I really know I can. And like the numbers show it. Whatever the metric is, whatever the job is, when I'm really passionate about something, I can do it. And I can be the best at it if I try. And the problem is getting burnt out, I guess. After a while, you run out of steam. It's not important to you. You disillusion yourself either into it from the beginning or out of it after a while. Whatever it is, you don't try as hard. You're not as motivated, and then you just stop trying. Which is why it's important to do something that you're passionate about, something you care about for yourself, and not for anybody else. Don't go renting your dreams to other people. You're worth it, I promise. If that thing, whether you're an artist or a comedian, or even if it's not some stupid ass fucking Hollywood dream, even if you really like cars, you want to build cars, or you think you can program the next greatest app, or you can invent something that makes it easier to slice butter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're passionate about it, go for it. That's the problem. I mean, you look at wages stagnating, it's because a lot of people are willing to give up their dream for some money. If less people were willing to do that, they'd have to pay people more. Any job, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's McDonald's. It doesn't matter if you're working in a factory. If less people were willing to give up their dream to go do those jobs would have to pay more. I mean, I don't know. It seems really simple to me, and it's easy to say out loud, Like, it's easy to say it. It's harder to really pursue it. But I mean, you got to stay with it and stay on it. And which brings me to the next thing. A close friend of mine, guy that I like to bounce a lot of things off of, and we almost never agree on things. But I do like to talk to this guy because he gets me, gets me thinking about things, at least looking at something from another perspective. And one thing he had said to me, because I would always call him while I'm on my runs. Like, I'd get to the point where I'm too tired to keep running, so I'll walk. But to keep myself walking, I'll call him. And he tells me one day, he's like, well, what changed? Like, you're doing a lot better for yourself. I was like, well, I mean, I just feel more motivated. He says that motivation, that's not really the key, right? I thought that was silly. Like, what do you mean? Like, you get motivated, you just get out there. He's like, no, it's discipline, dedication. Motivation is just the spark. You need discipline and dedication to get the results. Motivation is just what gets you going, but then you need inertia. I don't know. I thought there was a lot of truth in what he was saying, to be honest. It seemed like it was worth sharing. So don't ever stop. Run for it.